Valve has officially announced the international and it will be in August 2021. The announcement was quickly overshadowed by a rule change in two separate regions. Earlier in the week, Alliance released a video which featured the match against Bram, and in this video you can hear their new coach Peter PPD Dager talking during the match.
Getting more?
Our throne is in trouble. Our throne's in a little bit of trouble. We have base issues, guys.
Get base.
Now, throughout Dota, having a coach is fine during the planning, drafting, and post-game. However, during the middle of a match is prohibited. ESL and DreamHack has actually changed the rule, and they did send an email to all the teams at the start of the season. But how did this start? Well, a keen Redditor saw the Alliance video and created a thread on Reddit, and then OG's founder, Johan n0tail Sunstein, went onto Twitter to voice his displeasure towards Alliance. In his tweet, n0tail said, having a coach during a Dota game has never been allowed. It was mentioned as a concept to Valve at the International 2019, and they said no. So it was weird that ESL and DreamHack decided it was okay for them to change the rule. On May 12, 2021, ESL and DreamHack revised the rule. ESL and DreamHack said, we inform all teams coming from the previous season via email of the update and provided up-to-date rule sets to teams advancing through the closed qualifiers. However, we did not fully inform Valve of this change. As of today, this rule will be reverted back upon the guidance from Valve as this does not align with their stance on coaching. Here's the rule on coaching. The coach is only allowed to communicate with the players until the end of the drafting phase of the match. After the drafting phase concluded, the coach is not allowed to be on the voice communication with the players until after the match has concluded. Furthermore, the coach is also not allowed to be present around the players after the drafting phase. Hopefully this clears up any issues between teams and organizers running the tournaments. On to the International 2021 news. Valve has officially confirmed the return of the biggest prize pool tournament in esports. The event will take place in Stockholm, Sweden. From August 5th to 8th will be the group stages. From August 10th to the 15th will be the main stage. The 40 million prize pool awaits. Valve also announced the Supporters Club for teams who are competing in the DPC. Each club will have 3 different types of support tiers: Bronze, Silver, and Gold. In Bronze, you will receive a logo next to your name. In Silver, you will be granted 3 different types of sprays, and in Gold, you will unlock 3 unique voice lines and backgrounds. They all expire at the end of the season. And finally, the last piece from Valve's announcement, they have decided to change things up. Instead of the Battle Pass, they will have 2 separate events this summer. If you play Dota, you can expect more events similar to that. Valve also announced a new short film contest. Make a Dota 2 related film in 90 seconds or less by July 25th, 2021 to be eligible. On to the DPC. Our coverage begins in South America. n0tail Esports has secured themselves a spot to the next major with the win over Unknown.
The Fangs are up against Mega Creeps as well. Like, Phantom Lance has been proving a real nuisance in these team fights, but they don't have great heroes at contending with all these big old creepies. Tier 4s now. Under siege.
Illusions.
Morphling straight onto them. Waveforms forward. Bat Rider. Oh, good. Nick stun. They've caught the PL. They miss out the spear, but the lasso's there. He has buyback. So Teemo, he's going to return to the battlefield. Inside the arena, the boat crashes onto the Mars. It's the Tidal fleet as well. In onto Matthew as Oscar BKB's up and they're focusing buildings. They want to end the game. They're going to hit the throne. Unknown. They can't defend. They've just destroyed all the glyph. Oh, that buys a bit of time for them. Phantom Lancer, it's your job now to deal with all these heroes. Defend your throne. Kill off this Morphling. The throne's dying. Tidal Wave pushes them back in, but the lasso onto that Robo-Z Conquer secures it all and the throne dies.
Here's your upper division standings. n0tail Esports is 6-0, followed by Beast Coast and Thunder Predator. Here's the lower division standings. Eagle Boys have taken the top spot this week, followed by Vino Mistas and Inverse. Over in Southeast Asia, Fnatic showing signs of struggle as they lose 2-0 to T1 this week.
To play with, fireball down again. They look over at Carl, they're starting to output a decent amount of damage. And Raven, he's popped that in range. So Bristle going in, but they've got the Hex.
Now Medusa's full HP,
Here
full
comes
mana.
The Viscous Nasal Goo. But Moon is the Ags enough. The Goo is spreading like wildfire, but it's not enough to keep Moon alive. It's not enough damage to deter T1. And they will kill off this Bristle down for 74 seconds after just respawning.
And they're going for tier 4 towers. Medusa level 25. Split Shot uses modifiers. So Scotty, Like, what can you do about it? They do not have enough damage. Ursa will need to risk it, go in, no buyback on him. If they take out Ursa, this game just ends. The game might end even before taking out Ursa anyway.
And he's got to risk it for a chocolate biscuit instead. Well, he gets stunned, pushed on Earth Spike. They'll get the kill. No buyback available on Raven. And following that, they'll call the GG. T1 with the 2-0 over.
Here's your upper division standings. Fnatic, T1, and TNC Predator are all on top with a 4-2 record. In the final week, Fnatic will play TNC. Here's your lower division standings. Motivate Trust and Team SMG are the top 2 teams this season with a 6-0 and 6-1 record respectively. In Western Europe, amidst all the controversies, Team Secret grabs their 3rd win of the season in hopes to avoid relegation.
Come over here rather, to Stockholm, to play TI.
Certainly. And after all, like, you could use as much practice as you can get before TI itself, right? Nothing. A DPC, you know, it's one thing. It's a very different beast. At least majors get a little bit closer to the pressure, the timeline of playing so many games in fast period. Koifa with the shard pickup. It's another interesting idea that could have been able to help out this IO lineup and make it look really good. But Tubaban is just a beast right now. The Sven, the Wraith King, it doesn't matter. He's just charging in. They're going to be able to take away the reincarnation without losing a hero just yet. But now Nisha's in with the BKB, Static Link, and the Winner's Curse on top. Koifa's going to be chased after by Tubaban while Nisha deals with some mail, challenging the opposing mid laner to a duel that is just all but unfair.
Did he just crit him so hard?
Yes. Mama said knock you out, Kyle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's time to call it.
Here's your upper division standings. Alliance have secured themselves a spot to the Major and to the International. The final week has Team Liquid against OG, and it's a must-win for OG in hopes to make it into the Major and to avoid playing the TI qualifiers. Here's your lower division standings. Viking.gg continues to lead the way. Level Up is right after them, and we have 3 teams with a 3-3 record. In China, Elephant's struggle continues as they drop their series against PSG LGD 2-1.
Y in a great spot to break the smoke, and that's when they'll jump away. But Ice Blast coming in, that means it's going to be used for this fight. Nothing to say, gets the skewer back, time dilation coming in. Mortimer's Kisses inside the arena in a 3-second stun. You'll go to the Kisses elsewhere, hitting on Eurus. Reality Rift, Enrage pop, BKB gets popped by Faith Beyond and Ame.
I don't think he
He's
needed to use a BKB there, but let's see if he decides to chrono. There it is. Stolen chrono.
Stolen. FY walks into the chrono and makes his own chrono, which Ame can walk through. RP comes in, and then the buyback gets used by both this Rubik as well as Eurus. BKB popped by Nothing to Say. Eurus, he just popped back. He's dead before that gold symbol goes away, and GG is called in what becomes a reverse sweep from LGD, and probably their biggest win of the season.
PSG LGD, they are really showing off today. Really good performance.
Here's your standings for the upper division. Team Aster stands above the rest, and the last spot can come down to tiebreakers with 3 teams with a 3-3 record. Here's the lower division standings. LBZS and Phoenix Gaming are the top 2 teams, but if they lose in week 6, there could be potential tiebreakers for the top 2 spots. Over in Eastern Europe, the showdown for the top spot did not disappoint. Virtus.pro and Team Spirit went the distance, and Virtus.pro remains undefeated.
First buyback scares them. I don't think it does. They still know Wraith King 20 seconds.
Chrono in 5.
As they're looking for the DM.
Oh.
He's grabbed Mirror. Mirror tries to leap out, but Mirror's gone. Does have buyback available as well. But the damage being done here, the tier 4s are taken. Nightfall, as you said, with the chrono, he's gonna continue to stay here.
GPK just chilling in Invis, waiting to Cataclysm. Oh no.
They've got to watch for this chrono collapse. He's in with the Ravage. I think of the follow-up. They've got the arena, the control, onto the Magnus. The chrono's going to get dropped down onto the backlines. They find the 2 squishies, both Mirror and Miposhka wiped out. Out for good, no buyback available for them. Nightfall now turns over to Chitoro, brings him down the once with no Ravage. There's very little Collapse can do to keep this Void off the Wraith King as Nightfall chases on. The RP comes out as they're all going down.
Here's your upper division standings. Virtus.pro and Team Spirit leads the way, and AS Monaco Gambit has picked themselves up and are 3-3. Here's your lower division standings. Hellraisers are 6-0, and Fantastic 5 have reached 5 wins this season. Over in North America, we also got Battle of the Titans between Evil Geniuses and Quincy Crew. It went all 3 games, but game 3 it was all Quincy Crew and EG had to call it after a devastating team fight.
Tall in front of all of them. Crit trying to find a target. Can't get onto him. Leslau chasing, pushback, finds Arteezy, gets the lasso onto the Legion commander. The pull in again onto 3, but where's the follow-up damage? It's not there. Stun now onto Abed, and the control comes out. He will fall. Arteezy turned upon next. He also goes down. No buyback. Huge plays, and we'll see if Abed tries to time this one, but with no gyrocopter and no timber, have Quincy Crew done enough?
I mean, they're in rapier territory 100%. Now.
Jump in from downtown. Abed. Oh, they tried to do it. It got blocked by Roche. But nonetheless, Aegis into the hands of Yuar. Big plays. And
Whoa.
Abed, ooh, GG, they're done.
I mean,
they called it.
It's true, but
that's it.
Here's your upper division standings. Quincy Crew is now 6-0 and EG and Undying are 5-1. If Undying beats Quincy Crew next week, we can have a repeat of Season 1 with a 3-way tiebreaker. Here's your lower division standings. D2 Hustler had a bye week, but they still stand on top, with Team Dogchamp falling behind them along with Arkosh Gaming. The last piece of news we have is details on the final major before the International. WePlay has officially announced the AniMajor, Becoming the Legend. It will take place from June 2nd to the 13th at Kiev. With $500,000 and 2,700 DPC points up for grabs, the race to the top 12 is on. Thanks for watching, like, share, and subscribe, and check back next week for more.